remember that day, despite the obvious oddities. I was new to the labs, having been fascinated by the many species that roam the earth. So naturally, when I found out there was an entire organization dedicated to researching the world's creatures, I had to jump on board. But of course, it wasn't quite the fantasy dream job I had imagined it to be. They weren't lying about being able to research the world's creatures. That wasn't the issue. The issue was that there was no ethics committee of any sort, at least not any that made sense. Creatures were taken care of haphazardly, and if you got too close to a creature and started to actually care for its well-being, you were fired most of the time. I tried my hardest to still contribute some meaningful amount of care to these creatures, especially since most of them are completely harmless. It turns out that I wasn't at all alone in my feelings. A fellow researcher by the name of Lillian had quickly taken notice of my doings, and rather than question my actions, she instead joined me. Soon, we were both watching each other's backs, making sure neither got noticed by the higher-ups. Until, of course, Lillian got a little overzealous. It was described as indecent conduct involving numerous creatures. What it meant, and if it was true or not, was something I'd never be able to figure out, as she was already gone by the time I heard the news. I still had an idea of it, though, as she did spend quite a bit of time with certain creatures. To say it had put me in a sour mood was quite the understatement. I was prepared to up and leave myself. That is, I would have, if I hadn't heard the other news. Apparently, they found some sort of potted plant just beginning to sprout in Lillian's office. It would have been overlooked if it weren't for the abnormal coloration of the sprout, along with Lillian having anything living in her office to begin with. In an uncharacteristic act of mercy, Jer let the plant remain, now treating it as one of the research subjects. Naturally, that would be the only act of mercy he'd show. Rather quickly, it went right back to the half-neglect that was rampant throughout the lab. This time, though, I wouldn't allow that to happen again, regardless if I had lost my partner in crime. It felt as though Lillian had left that plant there for me to take care of, a final parting mission for me to complete. And so I had started to neglect my own sleep schedule in favor of coming to the labs in the middle of the night, all to take care of the plant. And while the sacrifice was draining, it filled me with a sense of accomplishment. I was finally doing the job I was meant to do. The plant was doing very well.
Hello? Is anyone there?
It's been several months since then. And to say the plant had grown rather quickly into something unexpected was an understatement, to say the least. Hey, Piya.
Oh, hi, Miss Nora.
Her name was Piya, as was my suggestion. Thankfully, the name didn't seem to cause any issue with Piya herself later on. It's a name I think fit her rather well. Which I'm glad for. I wouldn't want to upset her.
I see you couldn't sleep again?
Yeah, the usual. So I figured I might as well stop by to see how you're holding up.
Well, that was very nice of you.
It was obviously strange, to say the least, to become so close to a literal plant. Not in the pet sort of way, either, which I know some people have done before. I quite literally mean to become actual friends with one. Piya had grown to become like an actual person, developing her own voice, personality, and body, unlike any plant I had ever seen before. And as much as I hated it, I seemed to be one of the only people to actually acknowledge her as such.
Miss Nora?
Yes, Piya?
Can I get some water, please?
Huh? Oh, come on. Did you forget to turn on the automatic sprinkler system again?
Probably, yeah.
Hang on. I'll get it set up again, then. Just another result of the messy ethics this place has. Jared constantly seems to disregard the actual lives of the creatures in this building, to the point of outright immorality. Perhaps it's the reason why I'm such a workaholic, why I'm too stressed to properly sleep. All because I happen to care about these beings infinitely more than my coworkers ever have. There we go. It should start up again soon, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Piya?
Yes, Miss Nora?
Are you feeling okay? You look dimmer than usual. Like, literally dimmer.
Oh, yeah, it happens when I don't get enough water. It goes away very quickly when I get water again, though.
I of course try my hardest to curb my temper around Piya, since she doesn't deserve to see that sort of thing. But knowing that the level of neglect causes this kind of thing in her, it only makes me hate my coworkers even more. Let's get you some water then, okay?
Okay.
Hey, Piya.
Yes, Miss Honora?
I'm taking it you've come to expect me in these nightly visits?
Yeah, just a bit. Not that it's a bad thing, though. I like your company. Sorry, that was probably weird to say.
Nah, that actually makes me really happy.
What?
Piya, have you just been sitting in the dark this entire time?
Oh, yeah. It's not that dark, though. There's still the light from the forestation lab behind this window.
That seems like not enough. Are you always stuck in the dark like this?
No. They usually leave a lamp on nearby.
And why is it not on now?
I guess they forgot?
Assholes.
That feels way better.
That bad, huh? How long has it been since your last watering?
I, don't really know how to tell time well. The big hand was looking right, and the small hand was looking down.
So since about 6 p.m.? That means it's been at least 7 or 8 hours. Hey, Piya, tell me whenever any of the others don't water you for that long again, okay? For now, I'll keep the sprinkler on to give you some extra watering, okay? As a treat.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, Piya, you know you don't have to call me Miss Honora, right?
I know, I don't want to seem disrespectful. You're taking care of me and everything after all.
I guess, but I'm not taking care of you as some sort of pet or something.
Huh? What do you mean?
Oh, just, you know, you're a thinking being and all. You can even speak English, for God's sake. Why wouldn't I view you as such?
That's the nicest thing anyone has ever said to me. Thank you.
What? I mean, I was just telling the truth. Jer has been treating you well, right?
I guess so. Why?
Right. You wouldn't really know what I mean by well, would you? What I mean to ask, is he not being invasive? Prodding you, forcing you to do tests you aren't comfortable with, the like?
Oh, he's been okay. Just hasn't been talking to me, other than those tests.
She actually complained about how others don't talk to her. Poor girl. Are you enjoying that little sweater I got for you, by the way?
Oh, yes, it's very comfy.
Well, I'm glad it's comfortable, but is it actually keeping you warm? I know you complained about getting cold after being watered due to the wind chilling you.
Yeah, that too. It actually makes my waterings better, because it soaks up some of it, which makes the watering last longer.
Huh. Unintended bonus, I guess. I'm shocked it hasn't had any wear and tear from that then.
I know. You must be so incredible at making these to be so durable, too.
Yeah, thanks. I had actually just taken the sweater off of a doll. Oh, also, sorry for not getting you pants. I just figured, you don't really have a use for them.
Oh, no, it's fine. I appreciate anything you give me. And yeah, I would certainly have some trouble putting them on right now.
Are your legs gonna be like that forever, by the way? In soil? Would she even know that?
Oh, I have been feeling my roots change into feet, if that's what you mean.
Ah, I see. Hearing her say that so clinically feels weird, but I guess there isn't really another way to say it. I'll be sure to get you pants or something when you grow out of that pot then.
Okay, thank you.
Hey, Piya. Do you remember Lillian at all?
Sort of. Memory isn't something I developed all that much very early on, so all I really remember is a woman's muffled voice talking over me.
Huh.
Did you know her?
Yes, I did. She was a great woman, very intelligent, and pioneered genetic research when no one else would. It's unfortunate she, had to leave the labs.
Yeah. Do you think I'll ever see her again? Preferably with my eyes this time?
Maybe someday. Just maybe. How old are you now, again? 3 months, yeah?
I guess. I haven't learned the measurements of time very well. I'm guessing that's a long time?
More or less, yeah. Though I don't really think that's your effective age. Most humans that old are still tiny babies, where you are essentially an adult already.
Huh. Am I really that old already?
I wouldn't say old. Being a plant, I'm pretty sure you'll remain an adult for a long time. Far longer than humans.
Ooh, so I'm gonna live for a very long time?
Of course, silly.
Yay! That means I can spend lots of time with you!
Cute. Hey, Piya. Out of curiosity, what's your relationship like with other plants?
Oh, well, it's weird to explain. I don't want to say I view them as, like, different. They're just like me, but not? I don't know. I imagine it's a similar situation to, like, humans and monkeys.
Ah, I see. That actually makes a lot of sense.
They're still my friends, though. All of them are just as important as I am.
Of course they are, silly. I never really registered it, but I wonder why you have different colored leaves.
Oh, I don't know. They don't feel any different.
Maybe it's because of the combination of genetics Lillian gave you? Even then, that's a strange result to have.
Is it bad?
Oh, no, of course not, silly. It only adds to your natural beauty, cutie.
Thank you.
Hey, Piya, you don't get lonely, right?
Sometimes. It's mostly just because all of the other plants can't really speak. I enjoy their company, though, especially how different they all are. But, of course I want to talk to others, you know?
Poor girl. What do you even do when you're here all alone?
Oh, I just sit here and watch the other plants.
What? That's all?
Hey, the other plants are interesting to watch. Seeing how they develop and seeing what they grow into. Why, Ken just grew into a beautiful Mayflower not too long ago.
You name them?
Well, I don't want to just call them it. And, I don't know, I just like seeing them change. It's interesting to see, even if a little slow.
I'll still be sure to bring something for you to do.
Okay. Thank you.
Oh, right. I do need to get you a bigger pot again sometime soon.
Oh, I'm not that big yet. I have a little ways to go.
It'd just be better to be in one that's too big than one that's too small is all. And don't you feel uncomfortable in that one? Constructed at all?
Not really. I can even sit on the rim of it if I want to.
I don't think that's the main point of the pot, silly. I'll just be sure to grab you a new one, and then you can switch into it when you want to, okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Also, my coworkers haven't been bothering you, right? No one doing anything you don't want them to do?
Yes, one of them changed the lighting. The fake sun is too weak now.
That's not quite what I meant. No one's done anything to make you uncomfortable, right? Nothing harmful to your well-being?
Not that I can think of. I'm not really sure how to answer, though. What am I supposed to expect from them?
What do you mean?
Well, because you treat me so well that I don't really know what is supposed to be normal behavior. If I'm comparing them to you, then... yeah, they're very dismissive of me sometimes, I guess. And they just... I don't know. It almost feels unfair to compare them to you. Because I'm less sad because of what they're doing, and more just sad that it's not you there with me.
Thank you for telling me that. You're adorable.
Huh?
Hey, Piya? Are you...
Am I what?
Aren't you getting a little, I don't know, pudgy, for lack of a better term?
I don't feel any different. I think you might just be sleepy, Miss Honora.
Maybe. Aren't you getting bigger?
I do feel weird. Really soft, kinda.
You don't seem very concerned.
It also feels a little sloshy.
Are you filling with something? How?
I don't know. It's stopped now, though.
How is the sprinkler still going? It should have been more than finished by now. Is it malfunctioning? I really hope the others didn't screw it up again.
It's okay. I'm not bothered.
I'm sure you're not, since you're getting all the water you could ever want, silly. All the water she could want? No, you need to focus. Stop thinking about that, Honora. What's wrong with you? Well, if it's not harming you, then I'll just call someone soon to fix it. I can just move you out of the way after all.
Okay.
She seems awfully relaxed. this okay? Doesn't this violate some ethics?
I'm fine. I promise.
I mean, I guess if you say so, but shouldn't I be doing something about this? What if something bad happens because of it?
I'm fine. I promise.
Oh, okay. You seem awfully fine with this, Piya. Has this happened before?
Yeah, not this much though.
Wait, really? When did this happen?
I was by myself one night, and the sprinkler did more water than usual.
You didn't call for help?
Didn't really want to.
Huh? Wait, so are you absorbing water from the sprinkler?
I think so. I feel very sloshy and full.
Then you probably are. But if that's the case, what about your genetics allow this? Other plants obviously don't have this happen, so why this? Then, a thought occurred to me, something I'd obviously not say out loud. Was this intentional? Did Lillian mean to do this? I guess it'd be a safety mechanism so Piya can't drown, but given what she was fired for, I don't know. Aren't you afraid of getting too big?
Not really.
Are you sure? Don't you feel full? What if you...
I'll be fine. I promise.
You're not feeling any pain, right? Are you sure? No discomfort?
I promise. I feel... good.
Oh. Piya, don't you think this is maybe inappropriate?
Maybe.
I feel like this definitely violates some ethics, without a doubt. But I don't think you want me to leave, either. Oh! Looks like that pot's gone. Well, I have to get you a new one now. It figures you would have broken out of this, though. I probably should have done something about it before.
It's okay.
Thankfully, none of the shards seem to hit me or you. I'll go grab a new one. After this. Falling like that didn't hurt, right? I know you're, kind of big right now.
Actually, felt...
Felt? Felt like what?
It sloshed everything a lot. It felt... exciting.
Should I turn off the sprinkler?
No, it's fine. I'm fine.
Okay, I won't then. Why am I also fine with not turning it off? Wait, what? You have feet? Since when? I thought you were in that pot constantly because you didn't have feet.
I do, it just... soil feels nice.
Ah, I guess that does make sense. You're still growing after all. You need soil nutrients.
This feels nice too, though.
What? Does she mean her body now? Piya, I'm unsure if I should ask this, but are you enjoying this?
Yeah, just being so big and full. It feels so good, and I just want more. I need more. Please.
I see you're becoming more spherical, for a lack of a better word.
So sloshy. So full.
I can tell. Your body is so filled that it can't maintain its limbs anymore. I wonder if this means you'll just be a plant ball at the end of this.
Oh, please.
Before we, go even further, are you positive this doesn't hurt?
I'm fine. I promise. I feel so good.
I believe you. I just want to make sure before I do anything beyond the lab ethics. If I'm going to break any rules, I want it to be making you feel good rather than hurting you.
I'm sure. He'll make me feel good.
I'm shocked your sweater has managed to survive this. At least I won't have to replace that anytime soon. It's not hurting you, right?
No, I'm more than fine.
Glad to hear, cutie. I'm shocked your sweater at least...
No.
Glad to... I think we'll just do one more and call it a night.
But...
But what?
Okay.
With that final bit of expansion on her end, I finally managed to shut off the sprinkler. She seemed disappointed, obviously, but I couldn't let that get to me. I had to wrap things up. I think I might have to take you home with me for tonight. The others can worry about you for the time being, as if they'd actually care about one of our subjects anyway. I grabbed Piya, who was significantly heavier than I ever thought she could be, and tucked her under my lab coat, just in case. I left the lab soon after that, and brought her to my home. Little did I know that I was more right than I wanted to be. The lab was concerned for a single day about her disappearance, and it was quickly over at the day after. The intense anger I felt for them to forget such a unique and wonderful being was enough for me to quickly give up on sneaking her back in. She didn't deserve that treatment from anyone, so I kept her at my own home, and took care of her to the best of my abilities. Who knew things like that would turn into how they are currently? From that first ever fateful day, to her being my wife now.